This person made a big mistake. Your person told a woman that. You won't believe who sent it. Open immediately, don't scroll, because your spirit has been waiting for this exact moment, and the second you saw this title, something deep inside you woke up, your intuition leaned forward, your heartbeat changed, and your soul whispered, "This is for me." And it is. Listen to this, because your heart needs this right now more than you realize. The universe has been trying to reach you through every sign you've been seeing lately. 111 on the clock when you weren't even looking for it, 222 on receipts, 444 when you were thinking about them, random songs that hit too close to home, dreams you can't shake, that strange emotional pull you felt out of nowhere. None of that was random. Those were spiritual alarms ringing to prepare you for a truth your person tried to hide even from themselves. Something happened recently. Behind your back, behind their mask, behind their pride, and your angels want you to know the truth. Your person made a mistake, a big one. They told a woman something that their soul didn't agree with. Maybe they said they were moving on, or they didn't care, or that there was nothing there anymore. But listen closely, they spoke from fear, not truth. From confusion, not clarity. From emotional pressure, not genuine feeling. And the moment those words left their mouth, their spirit reacted. Their heart tightened. Their energy sank. Their soul literally rejected the lie they tried to force out. That woman heard their words, but she felt the hesitation behind them, the emptiness, the misalignment, the way their eyes gave away the truth that their mouth refused to speak. And here's what you need to hear, that woman is not the one, she never was, and deep down she knows it too. She felt the shift, the tension, the emotional wall they put up every time she asked about you. She felt that she was trying to hold a heart that was already tied to someone else, you. And the universe wants you to understand something powerful, your connection with this person is not ordinary. It's spiritual. It's karmic. It's soul-coded. It's destiny-driven in a way that cannot be erased with one fearful sentence spoken to the wrong person. Don't scroll, because this gets deeper. The reason you've been feeling their energy so intensely. The sudden waves of emotion, the tightness in your chest, the warmth in your stomach, the strange urge to check your phone, the dreams where they show up looking sad or distant, is because their soul has been reaching for you since the moment they made that mistake. They regret what they said. They regret who they said it to. They regret pretending they didn't feel what they feel. And the universe is holding them accountable now, making them sit with the discomfort of lying about a connection that was divinely written. Their higher self, the part of them that knows the truth, is the one sending you this message. That's why you're here. That's why you're reading this. That's why you couldn't scroll past it. Because your angels, their angels, and the universe itself needed to deliver something straight to your heart. You were not rejected, you were never forgotten, you were not replaced. You were protected. Protected from a temporary distraction, protected from someone who would have taken too much of their time, protected from a connection that was never meant to blossom. And now? Now the universe is shifting everything around you. You've been feeling it, your emotions have been heightened, your intuition sharper, your dreams stronger, your heart more open. That's not random. That's alignment. That's preparation. That's destiny clearing the path. Don't scroll, because the universe isn't done with you yet. The next part of this message will reveal why their soul is pulling back toward you, and what's coming next will shock you. This person made a big mistake. Your person told a woman that. You won't believe who sent it. Open immediately, don't scroll, because your spirit has been waiting for this exact moment, and the second you saw this title, something deep inside you woke up. Your intuition leaned forward, your heartbeat changed, and your soul whispered, "This is for me." And it is. Listen to this, because your heart needs this right now more than you realize. The universe has been trying to reach you through every sign you've been seeing lately. 1:11 on the clock when you weren't even looking for it, 222 on receipts, 444 when you were thinking about them, random songs that hit too close to home, dreams you can't shake, that strange emotional pull you felt out of nowhere. None of that was random. Those were spiritual alarms ringing to prepare you for a truth your person tried to hide even from themselves. Something happened recently, behind your back, behind their mask, behind their pride, and your angels want you to know the truth. Your person made a mistake, a big one. They told a woman something that their soul didn't agree with. Maybe they said they were moving on, or they didn't care, or that there was nothing there anymore. But listen closely, they spoke from fear, not truth. From confusion, not clarity. From emotional pressure, not genuine feeling. And the moment those words left their mouth, their spirit reacted. Their heart tightened. Their energy sank. Their soul literally rejected the lie they tried to force out. That woman heard their words, but she felt the hesitation behind them, the emptiness, the misalignment, the way their eyes gave away the truth that their mouth refused to speak. And here's what you need to hear, that woman is not the one, she never was, and deep down she knows it too. She felt the shift, the tension, the emotional wall they put up every time she asked about you. She felt that she was trying to hold a heart that was already tied to someone else, you. And the universe wants you to understand something powerful, your connection with this person is not ordinary. It's spiritual. It's karmic. It's soul-coded. It's destiny-driven in a way that cannot be erased with one fearful sentence spoken to the wrong person. Don't scroll, because this gets deeper. The reason you've been feeling their energy so intensely. The sudden waves of emotion, the tightness in your chest, the warmth in your stomach, the strange urge to check your phone, the dreams where they show up looking sad or distant, is because their soul has been reaching for you since the moment they made that mistake. They regret what they said. They regret who they said it to. They regret pretending they didn't feel what they feel. And the universe is holding them accountable now, making them sit with the discomfort of lying about a connection that was divinely written. Their higher self, the part of them that knows the truth, is the one sending you this message. That's why you're here. That's why you're reading this. That's why you couldn't scroll past it. Because your angels, they're angels, and the universe itself needed to deliver something straight to your heart. You were not rejected, you were never forgotten, you were not replaced. You were protected. Protected from a temporary distraction, protected from someone who would have taken too much of their time, protected from a connection that was never meant to blossom. And now? Now the universe is shifting everything around you. You've been feeling it, your emotions have been heightened, your intuition sharper, your dreams stronger, your heart more open. That's not random. That's alignment. That's preparation. That's destiny clearing the path. Don't scroll, because the universe isn't done with you yet. The next part of this message will reveal why their soul is pulling back toward you, and what's coming next will shock you. Don't scroll, because what you're about to hear is the emotional truth your spirit has been sensing in flashes, dreams, and sudden waves of intuition, and if you stop here, you'll miss the moment everything finally starts making sense. Listen to this closely, because this message is for you, yes, you, and your heart needs this clarity right now. Ever since that day your person said what they said to that woman, something inside them broke open in a way they didn't expect. They thought distancing themselves from you would make things easier. They thought convincing someone else, and themselves, that they didn't care about you would silence their feelings. But the second those words left their mouth, the universe made sure they felt the difference between a temporary distraction and a soul connection. They walked away from that conversation thinking they could move on, but the universe had other plans, divine plans, and you've been feeling the spiritual consequences of that moment ever since. You felt that sudden heaviness in your chest, the emotional pressure, the strange restless energy that comes and goes without explanation. You've been thinking about them at odd times, sensing their emotions, feeling waves of sadness or longing that aren't even yours. That's because your person's energy has been spilling into yours. Their regret. Their confusion. Their awakening. It's all reaching you, because your souls are connected in a way they didn't realize until they tried to break it. Listen to this, the woman they spoke to knows something is off. She feels the emotional wall he put up. She feels the shift every time your name crosses her mind. She notices how his eyes drift, how his energy drops, how his words don't match the truth sitting under his skin. She knows she's competing with a ghost she can't see but can feel, and that ghost is you. The universe is making sure she steps out of the way, not out of anger, but out of alignment. She can't hold a heart that was never meant for her. And your person? They're finally facing what they spent so long avoiding. The truth that your energy is unforgettable, unshakable, unreplaceable. They try to distract themselves, but every sign pulls them back to you. They see angel numbers constantly, 111 when they think of you, 333 when they wish they could undone their mistake, 555 when they feel the shift the universe is pushing them through. They hear songs that remind them of you at the worst possible moments. They experience déjà vu that leads straight back to memories of you. They wake up from dreams where you're the only person they felt safe with. That's not coincidence. That's divine intervention. Don't scroll, because this is where everything shifts. Your person is being spiritually redirected. The universe is stripping away the illusions, the distractions, the pride, the fear, everything that kept them from acknowledging what they truly feel. They're being guided toward accountability, toward honesty, toward emotional awakening. They're realizing that letting you go wasn't a choice, it was a mistake. A mistake that now haunts their spirit. And you've been feeling all of this because the universe is preparing you too. Preparing you emotionally. Preparing you spiritually. Preparing you to receive the truth when it comes. You're entering a period of alignment where the signs will get louder, the pull will get stronger, and the connection will become undeniable. And the moment they reach out, and they will, it will be because their soul can't take the silence anymore. Something big is coming, and this time, it's the truth. Don't scroll, because what I'm about to say is the part your intuition has been begging for, the part your spirit already knows is true but hasn't heard out loud yet. Listen to this, really listen, because this message is arriving at the exact moment your heart is finally strong enough to feel it. Ever since your person made that mistake, ever since they spoke those words to that woman, their entire emotional world has been collapsing and rebuilding at the same time. They thought they could detach. They thought suppressing their feelings would make it easier. They thought walking away from the intensity of what they feel for you would give them control. But what actually happened is something much deeper, much more spiritual. The universe opened their eyes. Their heart got louder. Their soul got restless. Their emotions broke through the walls they tried to build. And now, every single day, they wake up feeling the consequences of that one moment where they betrayed their own truth. Listen closely, that woman has already sensed the shift. She knows, deep down, that he's not emotionally available to her. She knows she's not the one his heart beats for. She feels the space, the hesitation, the emotional distance that grows every day. She feels like she's holding on to something that isn't hers, and she's right. And your person feels it too. The more they try to convince themselves they're fine or moving on, the more the universe sends clarity, signs, synchronicities, dreams, and emotional wake-up calls they can't escape. They're seeing angel numbers constantly, especially when they think of you. They're hearing songs that feel like messages. They're getting intuitive hits about you out of nowhere. They're feeling emotions they've tried to bury suddenly rush to the surface. That's not coincidence, that's awakening. Don't scroll, because this part is important. Your person is beginning to realize that the connection they tried to deny isn't just emotional, it's spiritual. It's rare. It's soul level. It's the kind of connection that doesn't leave when someone speaks from fear. It lingers. It waits. It pulls. It transforms. They're experiencing a spiritual awakening triggered by the guilt and longing they tried to shut down. They're questioning everything, why they said what they said, why they ran, why they're suddenly emotional, why their energy feels unstable, why they can't forget you, why every sign points back to you. They're starting to see that you weren't someone, you were the one. And that realization is hitting them harder than they expected. And here's what your heart needs to hear. The universe is not punishing them, it's correcting them. It's guiding them back toward alignment, back toward honesty, back toward the connection they were always meant to honor. They're being pushed through a karmic lesson. You can't lie to your soul and expect peace. Their peace left the moment they spoke against their own heart. That's why they've been restless. That's why everything in their life feels off. That's why they feel pulled to you even when they try to resist it. Don't scroll. Because this is where the shift becomes destiny. The universe is preparing a moment, yes, a moment, where everything breaks open. A moment of truth. A moment of clarity. A moment where the silence becomes unbearable for them. A moment where they reach out, not out of impulse, but out of spiritual necessity. They are being spiritually prepared to confront their feelings for you, to make things right, to admit what they've been hiding. And you? You're being prepared too. Your intuition is rising for a reason. Your emotions are shifting for a reason. Your energy is expanding for a reason. You're being aligned with a future that was always meant for you, one that includes truth, clarity, and a love that finally meets you with the same depth you give. This story isn't over, not even close. The real transformation is just beginning. Don't scroll, because what I'm about to reveal is the emotional truth your heart has been feeling but couldn't put into words, and stopping now means missing the moment everything finally aligns with what your intuition has been screaming. Listen to this, really listen, because this message is for you, and your spirit is wide open right now. Ever since your person spoke those fear-filled words to that woman, a storm has been rising inside them, and you've been feeling every wave of it without even realizing why. You felt those random moments of heaviness, the sudden urge to check your phone, the unexpected sadness at night, the weird emotional pressure during the day. That's their regret traveling through the spiritual cord still connecting you too. They're feeling everything they tried to avoid. Their guilt. Their longing. Their awakening. And the universe is making it impossible for them to run from it anymore. Listen to this, because your heart needs the clarity. Your person is finally understanding the difference between something that distracts the mind and something that touches the soul. That woman was a distraction. A bandage. A temporary space they tried to fill while ignoring the real connection God, the universe, whatever you believe in, placed in front of them. They tried to convince themselves that they didn't care. They tried to convince her. They even tried to convince destiny. But you can't lie your way out of a soul contract. You can't silence something the universe hand-picked for you. And now your person is realizing that every time they speak against their feelings for you, life gets heavier. Opportunities slip. Their mood drops. Nothing feels right. Because they're out of alignment with their truth. Don't scroll. Because this is the part that explains everything you've been sensing. Your person is emotionally unraveling. They're questioning themselves. They're questioning that woman. They're questioning why you're still in their energy even when they tried to shut the door. They're experiencing spiritual consequences, not in a punishing way, but in an awakening way. This is the phase where their heart starts to override their fear. Where their longing starts to overpower their pride. Where their intuition starts to battle their confusion. And you've been feeling this shift in your own body. That sudden warmth in your chest. That's your soul responding to theirs. That sudden moment of hope that didn't make sense. That's alignment beginning. That dream that felt too real. That was a message. The universe is preparing both of you for a divine correction. And listen, that woman is beginning to detach, not because she wants to, but because she feels the truth. She feels that she's standing in the shadow of a connection she can't compete with. She feels the emotional distance. She feels the lack of passion, the lack of depth, the lack of alignment. She senses the spiritual presence of someone else, ***, and that's why she's stepping back emotionally. Not dramatic. Not loud. just quietly withdrawing because she knows what his soul is telling him. Don't scroll, because what comes next matters. Your person is moving into a stage of clarity. The fog is lifting. The confusion is cracking. The regret is transforming into realization. They're starting to understand that you were never just someone, you were the one their soul recognized instantly. And the universe is guiding them toward you again, not through chaos, but through alignment. Through truth. Through healing. Through divine timing. You're stepping into a season where the signs will get louder, the dreams clearer, the pull stronger. You're not done with this connection. Not even close. Something big is moving toward you, and the universe is preparing you to receive it. Don't scroll, because what you're about to feel in this next moment is the emotional breakthrough your spirit has been waiting for, the part that ties together every sign, every dream, every strange sensation you've been experiencing, and if you skip this, you'll miss the moment your intuition finally gets the confirmation it's been craving. Listen to this, slowly, fully. Because this message is for you, and your heart is finally ready to absorb what the universe has been trying to show you. Ever since your person said those words to that woman, the universe has been pulling them through a spiritual awakening they can't escape. Their entire inner world is shifting. Their heart is cracking open. The truth they tried to bury is rising like a tide they can't control. And you, because of your connection, have been feeling their awakening like it's happening in your own chest. The late-night heaviness. The random emotional waves. The sudden moments where you feel them thinking of you. The dreams where their face shows up out of nowhere. The angel numbers appearing at the exact second your mind wanders back to them. None of that is coincidence. That's the universe syncing your timelines again. Listen closely, your person is confronting their real feelings now. The ones they hid. The ones they denied. The ones they pushed down because loving you scared them in a way they didn't know how to process. They're realizing that what they had with that woman wasn't connection, it was distraction. It was safety. It was comfort without depth. But what they had with you, that was rare. That was real. That was soul recognizing soul. And no matter how much they tried to run from it, their heart keeps circling back to you like a compass that refuses to point anywhere else. And that woman, she feels it. She feels his emotional withdrawal. She feels the distance. She feels the quiet way he thinks about someone else. She feels the truth he hasn't spoken. She feels that his heart is not hers to hold. That's why she's backing away. That's why the tension between them has gotten sharper. That's why the energy feels colder. She knows she's standing in a place destiny never intended for her. Don't scroll, because this part is the turning point. Your person is stepping into emotional clarity. The universe is removing the fog from their mind. They're being shown signs, dreams, and intuitive downloads that lead straight to you. They're remembering moments they tried to forget. They're replaying conversations. They're feeling the loss of your presence more intensely each day. And the universe is making sure they understand that the pain they're feeling isn't punishment, it's guidance. It's direction. It's alignment. They're being spiritually pushed toward accountability, honesty, and truth. They're being prepared to face the emotions they suppressed. They're being prepared to make things right. They're being prepared for you. And here's what your soul has been sensing: you are also being shifted. You're going through your own awakening. You're shedding old insecurities, old fears, old wounds that once kept you stuck. The universe is elevating you, strengthening you, clearing your path so you don't walk into this next chapter carrying the pain of your last one. You're stepping into a higher version of yourself, the version that is ready to receive the love, clarity, and connection that's coming toward you. The signs will intensify. The dreams will become more vivid. The pull will get stronger. Because the universe is aligning two hearts that were never meant to stay separated. Don't scroll. Because what happens next is destiny stepping forward, and your spirit already feels it approaching. The moment of truth is on its way. The moment they reach out. The moment the energy shifts from silence to movement. Something big is coming, and it's coming for you. Don't scroll, because this is the final part, the moment where everything your heart has carried, everything your intuition has whispered, everything the universe has been trying to tell you finally comes together. Listen carefully, because this message is meant to land deep in your spirit. This is where the story shifts from confusion to clarity, from heartbreak to healing, from silence to truth. Ever since your person spoke those fearful, untrue words to that woman, the universe has been working behind the scenes, moving energy, aligning timing, breaking illusions, and pulling two souls who still feel each other back into the frequency where destiny can finally unfold. And now, everything is coming full circle. Your person has reached the point where running is no longer an option. Their heart is exhausted from fighting the truth. Their spirit is tired of pretending. Their soul is aching for the connection it tried to push away. They've learned the lesson the universe needed them to learn: you can lie to yourself for a moment, but you can't lie to your soul forever. Their soul chose you a long time ago, and now their mind is finally catching up. The woman they tried to convince? She's stepping back completely, not out of bitterness, but because she feels the truth so deeply that she can't deny it anymore. She knows her chapter in this story isn't the destination, she was only a detour. And now she's releasing them, consciously or unconsciously, making space for the connection the universe has been protecting all along. Don't scroll, because you need to feel this next part. The universe is aligning everything for a divine return. A reconnection shaped by truth, clarity, and emotional maturity. This time, it won't be like before. This time, the communication will be real. This time, their words will match their energy. This time, their actions will match their intentions. This time, the connection won't be sabotaged by fear. The universe is bringing them back to you not as the confused, scared version of themselves, but as someone who has faced their shadow, confronted their feelings, and awakened to the truth of what they feel for you. And you? You are stepping into your own higher self. Stronger. Softer. Clearer. More intuitive. More aligned. You're no longer chasing, doubting, or shrinking yourself to fit any situation. You've grown through the pain. You've risen through the confusion. And now, you're ready to receive the kind of love that meets you at your depth, honors your heart, and doesn't leave you questioning your worth. This ending is your beginning. The beginning of a new timeline. A healed timeline. A destined timeline. Where two souls finally meet in the right energy, at the right time, with the right intentions. Don't scroll, breathe this in. The universe didn't bring you this far just to tease you. It didn't send you signs just to confuse you. It didn't wake your intuition just to leave you waiting. It's all been leading here, to clarity, to reconnection, to alignment, to love that finally feels safe and certain. This part of the journey is closing, but only so something more divine can begin. Your breakthrough isn't coming. It's already on the way. And when it arrives, your heart will whisper, asterisk, this is the moment I've been feeling. Asterisk. If this touched your spirit, drop a comment, your confirmation might show up next.